Well, this is probably one matchup that everyone has been looking forward to. Apart from the big guns in Malaysia, Chong Wei, Hafiz Hashim, Darren Liu, of course, and the doubles partnerships. Everyone is talking about Zulfadli, Zulkifli. He is facing camera. He has got the kind of authority in his game. His technique is extraordinary. His ambition is amazing. And in my notes here, I've got, he's a trailblazer. Creating history in 2011, of course, when he became Malaysia's first ever Asian and World Junior Boys Singles Champion. And, well, he's come through the ranks. And he plays now, of course, for KLRC. And KLRC have the reputation for really looking after a lot of new players and also ones that have probably had their best days as well. But it's definitely an environment that suits Zulfadli and Zulkifli very well. He's very powerfully built. You can see how strong he is in the shoulder. His movement is surprisingly and deceptively quick. He was actually born in the US, in the United States, where his father was coaching. And he's certainly, although he will be playing at a very high level during this year. This is his opponent, of course, Huang Chao. But although, there he is, there's Zulfadli. He'll be playing at a high level. His ambition, and everyone is touting him for a real crack at 2016 at the Olympic Games in Rio. He missed out on representing the Malaysian team at the Thomas Cup qualifiers earlier this year, but showcasing his talents now, Zulfadli rather, is now mixing it with the big boys, with the senior players. And well, there's quite a record even earlier this year. I was following his progress over at the Swiss Open, and he was very, very close to taking out Stilian Markaski, the Bulgarian, and got to the third round. And in a match that lasted almost an hour, took the first game 22-20, lost the second 20-22. He could have actually taken the whole match right there, but then went down 21-17 to Markaski. So his stamina may be just a fraction in doubt at that long match and under big pressure, but he is learning all the time, and there's no doubt in my mind that Zulfadli is the real deal. He beat en route, he beat Pam Pam of Vietnam in the juniors, and Gerald Ong of Singapore. He also beat Prasatyo of Indonesia, and a great matchup against Kento Momota of Japan in the semi-finals, and then of course beating the Danish player Victor Axelsen was phenomenal. He beat him 21-19 in the third in that junior championships, and well, everyone celebrated, Malaysia particularly, but we've got the real deal here. The tie is dead, but this match is certainly anything but. He announces the first point with a great cross-court smash. He has got time to play every single shot. He's got a control of the shuttle that is phenomenal, and you have to say, because of the powerful way he's built, he has got a lot to offer the game in every respect. He has got fantastic ability, is Zulfadli. It's called good. And that is a magnificent touch as well, isn't it? It's not just the power game, it's the reading of the lines, it's the radar the inbuilt radar. He's done it again. Oh no, just wide. Just wide. The real champions look as if they go about their business with an extraordinary control. Zulfadli, well, when he wants to, he can be rushed, but he loves to play it with style. That's a great cross-court. Fabulous turning of that racket head. In terms of their respective positions in the world rankings, Chao is 161 at the moment, and Zulkifli is 110. So they're way off the top pace, but they're youngsters, of course. Short at the net. It's not a frenetic pace, is it? Misbun and Gananza were really chasing around the court. These guys are sliding gracefully around the court. Lovely, for the second time. Very, very impressive. Good racket head control. Watch him, shapes up to play it down the line and then opens everything up. Great angle. 4-5. Well, we are in Jakarta, of course, at the Senayan Tennis Centre indoor court. But that particular shot reminds me of a very famous Indonesian. We'll be seeing him later. Have you got his name? You betcha. I tell you what, Taufik would be very proud of that backhand smash that we've just witnessed from Zulfadli. The wrist action on that, wow. One of the greatest backhand smashers in the business, Taufik. I think we found one to match him. Zulfadli. Out. Chao, they're just giving himself a little bit of a lecture and a talking to. He didn't need to play it so tight to the line. It was way off target. Long service. Flick service. That's that backhand that I talked about, right on cue. Unbelievable power. Anybody that can play a smash with his forehand as hard and as strong as that will be very pleased. But that is a real secret weapon. I've noticed it now, and on a couple of occasions I've watched him play. It's just very special. People will get used to it. The more he plays, the more top level he plays, guys will try to combat it, but at your peril, you play a half court to Zulfadli's backhand. He will just absolutely kill you. Mati, that backhand, I tell you. It's a little bit lacking in atmosphere, this match at the moment. We've still got some good crowd noises, but it's continuous. The intensity of the match is not here at 9-5. Yeah, good work again. Chao reads the play nicely. Gets into position. This was an extravagant shot. Tried to play a bit of a drop from a looping way back down in the backcourt. He certainly is not going to be predictable. Zulfadli, that's for sure. very low-key, very inner strength orientated at the moment, and that's Wei Long for 10-7. There's no seat of the pants rushing around the court here. It's all very, very in control. Now, it's a great point there from Huang. Chao did really well, 8-10. But you can tell already that Zulfadli likes to go down for the almost a dive retrieving. And where he's gone down, they're going to do a little bit of mopping. So, a bit of cutaways. We see the crowd still coming in. The next matchup, I think I mentioned before, Indonesia Garuda versus Vietnam. I'm not sure whether, in fact I can probably tell you if Taufik is playing. Yes, he will be. Taufik's coming up, matched up against Tien Minh. Wow, that's a great first singles. Tried to angle that one away, just a little placement that didn't work for Zulfadli. There's going to be a lot more fireworks in the singles to come with Taufik and Tien Minh. Great retrieving and well played from Huang. Chao. He's putting a bit of pressure here on Zulfadli. 10-all. That is very, very good. The third time we've seen that that angled drop shot, and maybe a little bit more. There was a bit more power than just a drop shot, but very, very impressive. 3 points in a row then for Huang Chao of Singapore. He then goes to the interval in the lead at 11-10. And you have to say, Zulfadli has just been playing around somewhat at the moment. There's not a great deal of intensity in his play. He's been playing with great style, but not a huge amount of rushing. And he's not put a lot of pressure on. His backhand is extraordinary. And I think we'll now see a little bit more intensity, a bit more concentration. And I doubt that he'll want to be out here for any length of time. He'll want to try and finish things as quickly as possible. Having a chat there with umpire, service umpire Manit, Chao Mian Kong, and the service judge from Malaysia is Cheo Kian Ju. So, again, it's all very slow, gentle. 11-10, Singapore's Huang Chao in the lead. Well, you have to say Huang Chao did really well there. He was matching shot for shot at the net. Came up with a beautiful response, and although Zulfadli there just got a little bit high, he's going to have to be a bit more accurate, you have to say. 12-10. And he's done it exactly the same as his opponent did earlier. Took it early. Great net shots, both of them. It wasn't too bad in terms of the height from Huang Chao, but very quick movement and great control there from Zulfadli. Into the body effectively for 12-all. Well, it was such an outrageous backhand, wasn't it? Just dropping there to the backhand side, right at the front net. It was an extraordinary attempt, but then he was caught with the response and then killed with the smash. Again, early shot. You can tell he reads the game brilliantly, Zulfadli. But Huang Chao has impressed me as well. Yeah, he was having to defend, was Zulfadli, and he wasn't able to control that one. That shot to the head, it's a target, legitimate target area, of course. Just couldn't get his racket head around it. It's 14-13 in favour of Huang Chao. Interesting that he's Zulfadli again asking if he might take a little time out here. And in fact, we've now got the chief referee coming in. Now the medical, maybe there's a little bit of a blister there forming. Interesting here, Zulfadli Zulkifli has called for the medical staff. And I think it has to be a blister. He's not making reference to anything else. Yeah, we will get a little plaster on a finger here, I think. As we look at the good crowd in anticipation, waiting for their heroes. It's a small finger, which is very unusual. Yeah. Well, you don't need any blisters on the racket holding hand. Just shows that he's not been playing as much as many of the more hardened players. He maybe is just changed his technique just a fraction, perhaps when he's going to the net and allowing the racket head to just slip a little bit and causing some rubbing. But fascinating. You'd have a problem right there. Anyway, that won't bother him, I'm sure. It's 14-13 in this first game. Singapore in the lead through Huang Chao. That is out. Ooh. Clever play, though. It was looking very, very solid. In fact, it took a long time to come down. It was beautifully played over the top, but it's 15-13. He is just fractionally off the pace as Zulfadli. Huang Chao is definitely putting pressure on. He's more aggressive. He's coming to the net. He's down, he's forward on the balls of his feet, and he's giving Zulfadli a hard time. That's out. No need to be so aggressive there with that backhand cross court. Again, great setup of the court. It just looks absolutely splendid. Great shot. Wow. Huang Chao leaves Zulfadli for absolute dead there. 17-14. The backhand was not deep enough. It was just mid-court. No good. That was out as well. Wow. Zulfadli looking a little bit puzzled there. He got close to making a fantastic shot, just a couple of centimeters wide. 18-14. That's gone. Right, let's just see. He's actually been in quite a number of close scrapes, and when push comes to shove, Zulfadli finds a way. Let's see if he can right here. He goes down with that sort of semi, it's not a dive exactly, but he's quite happy to go down on his hands as well. But that didn't work. It's 19-15. And again, he's been down at the front of the net, tried to get it down very quickly and very steeply, but this is very impressive play by Huang Chao. The Singapore player has now got game point in this first game, 20-15. That is very impressive to at least stop this progress to the first game, for at least temporarily. 16-20. He's definitely got the style, isn't he? He's got this kind of inner absolute confidence. But he's been upset by a very aggressive Huang Chao. Still 4 game points. That is too good. Wow, that was reflex play. He was going the wrong way, managed to turn his body, and that was just absolute reflex. Look at that. This one, round the back of the head. Great work for 17-20. Still facing 3 game points. There's a bit of sweat on the rubber. So they will take a little break, and actually talking to coach as that is all happening. Manit, the umpire, says, let's get back to court, please. And still 3 game points to make up for Zulfadli of Malaysia. First game. That's it, it's 21-17 in favour of Huang Chao of Singapore, and he's forced the world junior champion Zulfadli Zulkifli into quite a number of errors. He's been a little bit more aggressive, and he has found a way to break through this very impressive defence of Zulfadli. The powerfully built player from Malaysia is struggling just a little bit to find a way. But you know what's going to happen, don't you? If you've been watching the previous 2 matchups, we're going to go to a third, and it'll go to 21-19. Ha! Shows what I know about the sport, doesn't it? But, hey, you have to say, Huang Chao has been excellent. Very impressive. And a little bit of plaster on that racket hand. The small digit. He certainly hasn't chased the match. Zulfadli, he's been basically quite content to take in whatever's thrown at him, but he succumbed a couple of times. There's a lovely shot, that drop, and a couple of very, very quick reaction shots at the net. Very impressive. So he's got the whatever breeze there is inside this Senayan tennis centre. He's got the breeze behind him as Zulfadli. So he will certainly have no problem in getting the shuttle deep. We just need perhaps a little bit more intensity from him. But he does, no question, he has a way, finding a way to frustrate and beat his opponents. Here we go, second game. Just long. Yeah, easily placed. He's the kind of player that will move his opponent around and grind them down. And I've no doubt Huang Chao will take the bait and keep moving until he's absolutely into the dust. That he'd be hugely frustrating to play against Zulfadli. You run, and then he'll kill you with a very unusual and unexpected kind of shot. Great shot. Yeah, very, very impressive from Huang Chao. Now this will show me whether Zulfadli really does have, you know, the ability to go to the top level. If he can adjust his play a little bit. Maybe cut out those lifts. Because I tell you what, that's causing him damage. That lift there, Huang Chao was right on it. Okay, he didn't win outright with the response, but he won with the one after. And right at this moment, Zulfadli is not quick enough to cover the corners and to cover the sides. Some very impressive Huang Chao smashes and placement. Gone. Yep, 3-all. Just maybe a slight change of tactic here to either put it right on the baseline with the clears or maybe try some sideline stuff. Oh, that is superb. That is absolutely magnificent from Huang Chao. It's no wonder he gets applause. It wasn't a bad shot from Zulfadli. Great response. 4-3. And he will kick himself for that. Lots of time. He just came over too strongly with that backhand wrist movement. Yeah, he won't be proud of that one. 4-all. Out. Yeah, and you don't see much. You don't see much reaction from Zulfadli, but he did react there. He was very upset with himself. Annoyed. 5-4. Oh, that is so good. That is absolutely excellent. How many times have I said that about Huang Chao? He's got a very good all-round game. I love his play from particularly the center at the base. He comes up with some great angles and some beautiful smashing. There he comes up with a fabulous net play. Oh, and then he messes it up with that kind of shot, which is a nothing shot. There was no backlift from Zulfadli. Just played it very, very flat, and maybe just early because he caught his opponent out by surprise. 5-6. Off the net and on to Zulfadli's side, so 7-5. Well, that's interesting. Huang Chao was the first to blink there. Little bit of poker at the net. And Zulfadli kept his nerve and just kept playing it just over the tape. When it was lifted, Zulfadli had the answers. 6-7. Good work again from Huang Chao from that deep play. You have to say, when it goes up, Zulfadli is struggling. He's just not quick enough, and this is where the likes of Chong Wei will put up a shuttle like that, and he will leap to get it back. He's just so fast, anticipates so well. And Chong Wei would probably have got a racket to that. At the moment, Zulfadli is basically flat-footed. He can improve a lot. Well, there may not be a great deal hanging on this particular match. The match is already gone. The tie, should I say, is already gone. Malaysia have won it. They won in 2-1 in both the opening singles, men's singles, and the men's doubles. 2-1 in both, 21-19 in the third in both. So it's been very close. Well left. 7-8. But I'm sure that Zulfadli will be very, very competitive, and if there are ties and draws to be sorted out in the round robin, ultimately it will be down to games won and points won ultimately. Oh, he's just out. Very unlucky for Huang Chao. Very flat, but a little bit too strong. Let's have a look at it. Good service, but the third shot was just, it was a great idea. Unlucky. Nine all, yeah. A lovely drop. Good disguise from Zulfadli. Well, because his father was based as a coach in the US, of course, Zulfadli was always going to be playing badminton at whatever level. So happens that he's now playing at the highest level. But rumor has it that the US Badminton Association actually exercised their right to try and grab him as a US, to be a US citizen and play in the US for the US. But he won't do that. Zulkifli is very much a Malaysian in heart and badminton player, and he's looking to hope, well, certainly to take over from Lee Chong Wei eventually. They go to the break, and Zulfadli has turned it around. 11-9, he leads. Singapore do surprisingly well at team events. Not in the recent past necessarily, but it's certainly a format that they much appreciate. They've got a couple of doubles women, of course, that are in the top echelon of badminton circles, but their men have always struggled a little bit. Derek Wong is up there, of course, and Triacha, Danny Krishnanta, Ashton Chen. But Huang Chao has put on a great show here. You know it's going to go to a third, don't you? It's short there, 13-9. He does have a lot of variety to his game, I have to say, Huang Chao. And he normally has a very, very dependable net shot. Good judgment there from Zulfadli for 14-9. He didn't even think about playing it from the moment it left the racket of Huang Chao. Another one. Oops, in this time. Yeah, wow. Great backhand lift. Yeah, he deserved that. It was a good, solid service, followed up well with the third shot, and then demolished on the fifth. 11-14, Zulfadli still holding the lead, but good fight here on Chao. It all happens so quickly when you're trying to take it off the hip like that. 15-11. Yeah, good work. He spots that one time and time again and onto it. He's definitely upped his game. He's putting more pressure on now, and Zulfadli looking very, very solid to force it into a third and final rubber game. Again, that powerful, big hit from Chao, and I haven't seen any sign of Zulfadli trying to control it yet. It is a power play, no doubt about that, but I think Zulfadli needs to avoid putting it into a space where he can do that. Oh, outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. That is the shot of the day so far. Wow. Watch this. Unbelievable. How on earth did he get that back? It looked as if there might have been a top edge of the racket there involved, but it was a sensational shot. Short, 13-17. Wow. That net shot from Zulfadli was quite remarkable. Out off the net as well. That was unlucky. Got there in great position, great shape. 18-13. Let's have a look at it. Well, in fact, it wasn't off the net. It was way long. The old eyes deceive occasionally. That's wide, and another disappointment look away from Zulfadli. 14-18, but he should see this one home, surely. (19-14), and some little applause of encouragement from the Malaysian bench. It's another excellent shot, corner to corner. Again, we don't see Zulfadli chasing it down. He's very, very content to let it go. If it's a really good shot like that, he's not really caring to chase it. Another fabulous shot, 16-19. You'd be very wary at putting anything up less than a really full court lift to Huang Chao. He's been showing himself to be extremely accurate, very powerful, and he can change direction. Oh, great reaction! And that is 20-16. It is game point in favor of Zulfadli Zulkifli. And what an extraordinary reaction. Well, that was the final shot of the rally, but amazing reflexes. Got a little sweat to mop up, so Zulfadli will towel down. Doesn't seem to bother Huang Chao. He'll just continue, try to stay in and hang in this second game. Game point. That's it. Very, very nice cross court there from Zulfadli Zulkifli. He takes the second game. Malaysia now level things up at 1-1 in this final third men's singles. Well, it's actually the second men's singles, but it's the third match of their tie. The Axiata Cup is alive and well. Malaysia, in case you've just tuned in, Malaysia have got through their first battle against Singapore. They've already won the tie by 2 matches, or match-ups to 0. Zulfadli Zulkifli lost the first game against Huang Chao, and he will come back to court in just a couple of moments and attempt to win the third game. 21-19 was the score in the third of the previous 2, so, well, watch out. But to be quite honest, watching Zulfadli get into his stride again and seeing what a great touch he's got, I think he may well go further ahead in this third. They will change ends, of course, at 11. But he's now feeling much more comfortable. I don't know how many times he's been on TV. I guess they covered it in the Swiss Open in the third round. I'm not absolutely certain about that, but there will be elements of nerves, both these players. And of course, that's one of the ambitions of the Axiata Cup, to expose and give opportunities to the younger players, the new players, the guys that are coming into the scene. You know, when you're ranked 110 and 161 in the world, you don't normally get the opportunity to be on TV, centre court. But that's exactly what these guys have got, their privilege at the moment. And it makes a difference when you're in the spotlight and when you know that everyone's, or your friends are watching at home. It's a difficult one. Here's the third game. So Zulfadli looks back as if to say, was that a miss-hit? He's been caught out time and time again. That shuttle not going deep enough, and Huang Chao being able to control it. That's good. A lot more power on that. Down the backhand side. And again, it came from perfect net play. Good defense. That's out. Yeah, that was good defense from Huang Chao. But Zulfadli Zulkifli played an even better all-round rally there. He was making his opponent move this way and that way. And that's, of course, one of the great things about players that appear to have so much time. Zulfadli may well have the fitness levels to see this through. Huang has been moving everywhere. That was not a good shot from Zulfadli. Might have been caught in 2 minds from deep. Let's put it on the other foot then and say Huang Chao played really well to put that into the corner. Yeah, he was just a little slow in reacting there. 3-2. It's gone. It's 3-all. That was short, and he will not be happy with that. Well, let's just say that Zulfadli was watching so very closely. He came in and threatened with great menace there and forced the error. So, in a way, you have to say Zulfadli created that point. Ah, lovely. Clever. And again, we're calling for the... Watch this, he slips as well as he goes in, and he won't be happy with that, because when you're in that stretch position, you're very vulnerable. And if the sweat is on the court and you have to go just a full few centimeters more, then that's very dangerous. That's when you start pulling hamstrings and so on. Zulfadli looks to be in control and in very good comfort at the moment, but that was a lovely shot. He's not going to go away easily, is he, Huang Chao? That's for sure. Very competitive, excellent attitude. And great technique as well. Wow, if that had gone over, that would be unbelievable. Again, I mean, my thoughts go to Taufik, he comes up. He's such a natural player, natural badminton player. He's a little bit like Zulfadli. That's the kind of thing he would have tried. Just when you think you've got it taped, he comes up with a drop shot like that, receiving. Yeah, good. Too much pace. Great change of angle. 7-5, and again, when he's minded, he moves so very quickly. The whole body shape looked as if it was going to be sent down the line, and suddenly closes everything together. Angles it cross court. 7-5. Huang Chao, two errors in 3 points, and that will not settle his thoughts and mind. But as I made reference earlier, I think it's because he's been pushed around all over the court, having to work so hard. There you go, another one. Turn and chase. This is a good moment in the match for Zulfadli. 4 in a row. Short again, 10-5, and that really is very, very tough. And as I know commentators shouldn't actually guess outcomes of matches, but you just got the feeling that Zulfadli was getting more and more confident, realizing that he was putting more pressure on, and that is 6 in a row. And I have to say, Zulfadli will be crazy if he loses from here. He's in control of this one. Huang Chao struggling to find any kind of momentum or form at all at the minute. Zulfadli confident. The KLRC stable have always been looking after players a little bit on the outside of the mainstream, whether they be older or younger. They've got a great reputation for hosting them, looking after them, and making sure that everything they want. And it's, of course, it's not restricted to Malaysian players. Andrew Cam and his team up there have put a lot of hospitality the way of Danes and Brits over the years. And many players from different nationalities, from Hong Kong, of course. Chao. And many of her ilk. Good shot. Well, Huang Chao probably needed that break. He lost 6 points in a row, takes a towel down, a little drink, and now comes back and forces immediately a point. Good stuff. Absolutely excellent from Huang Chao. Into the body. He knew he was going to get him to have to rush the reply, the defense, and then that shuttle that comes, it's a little bit, it's sort of 3/4 court. It's not absolutely to the baseline, but Huang Chao has made a habit of killing those, both sides of the tee. On that occasion, it was to the backhand side. 7-11. Nope. Just lost the momentum a little bit here. 8-11. Wow. This is the experience that will come through. He'll be under pressure here now, knowing everyone in Malaysia is watching. That's another great shot from Huang Chao. Wow. 4 in a row. You have to say that's a brilliant fight. Since the turnaround, since the change of ends, it's all been Huang Chao. It's it. Oh, just long. That was a little squeaky moment. Yeah. A very, very tough one there for Huang Chao. He's so close. 12-9. Well, a little bit disorientated after a few pirouettes. He should have had that one, Zulfadli. 10-12. It's a great privilege to be here covering the Axiata Cup, I have to say. It's very, over the years I've covered many, many Indonesian Opens down this neck of the woods, and Malaysians Opens in Kuala Lumpur, of course. This is a new venture, and it's to be applauded. TSA, of course, the initiator and the organizer, and Axiata, who could see it and get it and understand the format and then make it come into the world. Fascinating process. Huang Chao is really matching him shot for shot, you know. Yeah, you could tell that the longer that rally went on, the more Huang Chao was playing a variety of shots that gave him more and more confidence. Fascinating. I'm going to get a little towel down here. Again, whether you're on Axiata website or you're watching at home with your TV channels, you must have to admire the clean lines and the really, really professional way this tournament has been set up. It's very, very impressive. And the crowd, although they haven't got any to watch at the moment, are quietly, certainly very knowledgeable. Right, Huang Chao, this will be a big sculpt. Short, 12-13. Fantastic, absolutely superb shot at the net by Zulfadli. Wow, how he had the nerve to play it, because his opponent was absolutely right there, but that was precision stuff. He deserves to take this match on the back of that shot. 14-12, that was very impressive. Yeah, Huang Chao still keeping his discipline. Great drop shot there, 13-14. Yeah, a change of atmosphere there from a big forehand smash to start with, and then chasing forward to take it early for another follow-up smash. Good work for 15-13. He really can change the pace of things, can Zulfadli. Out, was it? Yep. Ooh, Huang Chao, he really didn't want that one to go wide, that's for sure. He needed that one desperately. Look at the score. 3 points up now, coming down the final straight, and that's out at 17-13. And the Malaysians have found a way, haven't they? They've found a way in all the matches. The youngsters, the Malaysian Leopards, have found a way in the third. Well, he'll want the service back immediately, will Zulfadli, so he'll chase this one in. Yeah, it's in. Good work again. Huang Chao, he's very resolute, and in fact, all of the Singapore players have been very impressive. Konanza, 21-19 in the third. Yo and Yi Liu in the doubles, 21-19 in the third. And now at 18-15, you wouldn't bet against it being the same score. An apology from Zulfadli. Hitting the head. That's out. It's 19-15, and that just shows a little bit of tenseness in the body. He's full of perspiration. He has worked so hard to stay in this match. So Zulfadli's pushed him all over, all four corners of the court. But he has put up a great fight. Lovely. Great work. You see, it was perfect. And what a great rally there for Huang Chao. Yeah, took it early. It wasn't controlled enough at the net. And at 16-19, he's got the service. He can dictate the pace of the opening exchanges. Well, it has been a good battle. Singapore versus Malaysia, and the sort of the second stringers, if you like, of Malaysia. A really good measure of where Singapore team is at the moment. Giving them a really good, solid battle. No, it's wide. Too ambitious. That is 20-16, and that is a match point to Zulfadli Zulkifli of Malaysia. And the Axiata Cup first tie will be concluded in a very short time. Zulfadli has the service, 20-16. It's 1-1 in games. Long serve, and that's it. It's 21-16. Zulfadli Zulkifli, the reigning world junior champion for Malaysia. In fact, the only Malaysian ever to hold that title, has beaten his opponent from Singapore, Huang Chao. It was a close battle, close encounter, 21-16 in the third. All three matches in this opening match of the Axiata Cup has gone to 3. They've all been very, very exciting. And I hope that you've enjoyed that first session in the preliminary rounds of the competition. The Axiata Cup continues with Indonesia Garuda. That's the A squad from Indonesia up against Vietnam. And you'll join me for that competition in just a while. But the name on everybody's lips in badminton circles, Zulfadli Zulkifli, goes off court there, and he'll be fairly happy with his 21-16, 21-16 in the second and third. He'll be very unhappy with it losing the first, but The more time he spends on court, of course, the more improvement he will show. A great first match-up in the Axiata Cup. Stay with us for a little while. We'll be having Indonesia versus Vietnam.